good morning for some of you. My name is Asaki Kai, spiritual alchemist and intuition teacher. Today I have special guest Rob, the psychic sentinel. We are going to be on answering free psychic questions and mediumship questions. So if you have a passed on loved one that you're really looking to connect with, this is your opportunity to do so. All right, let me take a quick look just to make sure. All right. I see us and we are on. You know what? I'm actually going to click. All right. And I hear the sound. This is good. This is good. This is good. All right, people. Hi, Lisa McCullum. Good to see you, darling. I'm gonna actually sit the phone right up in front of me. That way I can see both. Oh boy, look at me having a little tech stuff going on. What? Starts to look like a cockpit when I get everything all going at the same time. Hi, Alicia. What's good? Hi, Gio. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Carrie Ann. Hello, 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 hello. All right, ladies and gents. I do see some people are on there, and I am certain these comments will start to populate in here any second now. Any second now. It's weird. They're not. The comments aren't coming up, and I can see them in here. Anywho, hi Ree. All right, folks, start posting your questions, and I will ask each of you. Please share this out. Let people know that we are answering psychic questions and connecting with passed on loved ones. Let's get all the emails out of the way there.
Do you want me to share in the new moon and full moon group?
I want you to, yes, that's fine. That is absolutely fine.
Okay.
And I will also share the link for the 33-day program, but I'm going to do that a little bit later on, and when I can pull the links and switch over between the two pages. Okay, so now this is so weird. Like what I see in the feed on Be Live and what I see on this is totally different. Anywho, Andre, hello there, sir. Good to see you, man. I haven't actually talked to you in such a long time. Jamie Joy, hi Kenyatta, hello, darling. Jamie, my question is, okay. Well, I do see some questions. So Jamie's question is it okay for my future to keep 3 of my horses or best to sell them? I will let you take it all, Rob, and I'll just fill in after the fact. Oh, Darren.
Ask, provide that question one more time for me, please.
Okay, sure. Jamie Crystal wants to know, is it okay for my future to keep 3 of my horses or is it best to sell them?
I see yes on keep, so keep all 3.
Okay. You got it here first, Jamie. Keep all 3 of your horses. Michelle Charlebois is here. Lisa McCullum. She wants to know, what does my cousin Marcus say about about my cake shop evolving? She wants to know what her cousin Marcus says about her cake shop evolving.
There's an emphasis on something I'm trying to get with these.
Okay. Let me see what we have here.
Hmm. Okay, there's an emphasis on. It's hard for me to tap to see what it is. Hang on just a second. There's an emphasis on the creation of traditional cakes, but also stepping outside of the box. So infusing your intuition into the baking process and coming up with things based upon your intuition.
I'm wondering, is Marcus on the planet? Like, is Marcus incarnate? Lisa, or is Marcus someone who's passed on? Because I like the feeling that I
It's
get is a little bit of
different.
both.
It's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird feeling. Like I don't know if he's here or not. Like like us. Um, Carol Crispel wants, and I'm sure I'll see the comment on Lisa if you post it. Carol Crispel wants to know: do you see my son moving in soon with his now girlfriend? So she wants to know: is her son going to move in with his current girlfriend?
Is he gonna move in with his current girlfriend? I see a no.
I saw exactly the same thing. Yeah, I'm seeing a no, and I feel like this is something you may not want to apply
Mm-mm. Any
a
pressure?
pressure to. Yeah, because I feel
Yeah,
like it would be forcing a relationship that may not meant to be had,
yeah,
or at least may not meant to be. Yeah, it
there's some
almost feels like.
hesitation. There's some hesitation
Mhm.
on his part,
Yep.
and so yeah, he's not going to jump into that head first. The answer is no. He's not going to move in.
Yeah, I don't get the feeling he's supposed to, Carol. Just does not feels difficult to me. Just feels difficult. Hi Danielle. Danielle Foster's checking in. Janelle Simone. Question: when will I raise the seed money for my passion project?
I'm seeing December, so um, if you have been working on it, that's great. December is what I see right now. You can ramp that up though. Um, and knowing you, you can most definitely bring that forward to you
Mhm.
a lot sooner than that.
The timeline for me is very similar. I hear mid-January.
Mhm.
Almost feels like the world kind of clears up for you, Janelle, and it feels like it just gets very easy for you to get exactly what you need in order to push your idea forward. But up, Giovanni, when will I gain my psychic abilities? Gio,
I see
for real?
now you already have them. Um, I don't know if you're in Asaki's 33-day program. That's the excellent place to start, but you already have them. So the answer is now. Um, Anytime you have that gut feeling that something isn't off or isn't right, that's your intuition. Pay attention to it. Also, start listening for when spirit is talking to you. You will know when spirit is talking to you because there'll be no mistake about it. Pay attention. But this 33-day program is an excellent place to get the foundation for building the path forward on your intuition.
Taryn, I'm laughing because Gio already took the jump start, and I'm like, really? You don't know what to do to like make the psychic come out for real, for real, for real. Because you're like at all the events, so I'm not really buying that. So really, what you're asking is, can I be in the program? Yeah, go ahead and sign up. Let's get on with the show. I already told you out of time, right? We are past the debate phase. This is no longer an option, right? Just get it done time. Get it done, girl. Get it done. You know better. Danny. Okay, let me make sure I don't skip any. Satwinder, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Taryn Lacey asks, what business idea should I focus on first? And would it be beneficial to move back to Atlanta now? Oh,
I'm seeing something to do with writing. I don't know what it is that you do with writing, but there's something to do with writing um, that you need to pursue. That may be whatever business plan you've written up is the one you need to roll with now. In terms of moving back to Atlanta, that is a yes on that. Um, for you right now, I don't know if that's the answer you wanted, but yeah, it's Atlanta is definitely okay for you.
yeah. And I never point anyone to Atlanta, just for the record. I'm so serious. Like I never tell anybody to move to Atlanta, but I felt this like warm, fuzzy kind of as soon as I read it, like,
Hmm.
yeah, she's supposed to though. Like,
It's a
yeah, she's
like
supposed
a
to be here.
homecoming of sorts for her.
Oh. Well, that's sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm glad I know why I got the feeling because I definitely got the feeling. Yeah, she should probably move. Um, Danielle Foss wants to know, is the energy healing business going to trump the coaching business? I like
Hmm.
this question. It's fun. It makes fun for me. Yes, this question is fun. I like it.
I'm seeing a yes and no answer. It's really up in the air because you haven't decided what path you want to really push your energy towards. They're both can be equally successful for you. And so I'm going to push you to make both of them work because you can do both.
I was gonna say, Danny, it just feels like the tools from your tool belt, not one or the other, but both. But I will tell you, when I looked at the question the first time, all they say is energy heal, and they're all loud about it. But remember who we're talking to. Of
Yeah.
course, they're
They're
gonna go with the
always
energy
go
healing,
energy. Yeah.
but they're also saying that's the part that really works.
But she's a
The
damn good
coaching is the
coach.
science,
Yeah.
right? The coaching is the science. It's the mechanisms. The energy healing is what creates the actual shift. Most people who are coaches will tell you that because very often they come into our circle to grow the intuition. Make
Mhm.
sense? The intuition is the healing, same as you, Danny. Like your hands and the intuition is the healing part. So yeah, it's both. Ooh, Andre Lee Wills. All right, his question is, what is coming in terms of his career? I'm gonna definitely let you take all of that. That way, he does not think I have any influence here because Andre and I know each other pretty well.
So I'm seeing a path and I'm seeing veering off to the right. So where you are now is not where you're going to be. And I'm hearing vastly different from what you are seeing for yourself now. Um, it is more financially fruitful for you, this path that you're going on versus where you are. Let's see here. And I'm hearing there's no capital limit on what you can make on this new path for you.
Okay,
Where
I
he
know
is
what that
now,
is.
yeah, where he is now feels very stagnant.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it anymore. That's what I hear immediately. But
Hmm.
I know he already knows if he hears me, like if he's hearing me talk right now, I guarantee you he already it's what it always was. It's back and it is calling you loudly. And it has to do with the convergence of all your skills. This is not somebody else's container, Andre. You've heard me say this before. It's you, honey. It's you. You're the person who's getting out there using all those credentials, all this experience to actually coach and counsel people. And I think you and I have talked many times about who the crowd is that is your predominant audience. So if not, check in with me behind the scenes. But yeah, it's still it's they're literally going, it's happening. I hear
Hmm.
some guy who's like rubbing his hands together. I'm just like, it's happening. And all they're really saying is this was coming all along. Like this was always going to be how it played out for you. This was always going to be what your real calling was, doing this work. In your own container. Okay. Oh, that's the words they're giving me. In your own container. So there you go. Satwinder. Hello, darling. Question: what's in the cards for my business regarding leveling up?
Two words: focus and stronger intent, or two
Ooh.
phrases. Um, the base you have is already there for it. And I'm hearing that you need to get clear on how you want to drive it. So it's all you on that. And I'm hearing if you put in the work around that, you'll see results immediately.
Beautiful. Okay. Um, they keep saying to me, Satwinder, they just keep saying determination, determination. She has to months like,
Hmm.
oh, you're a Taurus. That must be why they're showing me a bull and it's like a bull just taking off, like I'm going where I'm going and you don't have to like it. This is what we're doing here. That's what it feels like, a bull that's very, very determined, like this is going to be the outcome. So I would reiterate what Rob just said. lean into that intention because it feels like it's important to what you're creating, what your intent is with the actual outcome. Um, okay, Lisa said he would say something like that. So the cousin was passed on. That is really helpful because I could not quite tap into, is this person here or
His
not?
energy is weird. I'm gonna say on that, because there's a clear distinction for me when I'm tapping into spirit that's passed on versus somebody that's still here.
Mm-hmm.
The energy of it feels like he is very much a part of him is still here.
Okay. Okay. All right, Lisa, I hope you caught that part. Michelle Paynato is here. Lindsay Lay, Jennifer Fufu, just shouting people out as I see some of the new names. Tammy Collins. Hi, everybody. Janessa Nicole, appreciate you coming. Cousin Toya. All right, folks, do me a favor while you're in here as I'm scrolling down and getting to the questions. Please share this out and let everyone know that we are on and answering psychic questions. Please and thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So Jennifer Wright wants to know, will I get my house before Christmas?
I see yes. Yes, immediately.
I get a very strong kind of reaction from them too. Like always, this is absolutely what was. It almost feels like the house is kind of meant to be. Like
Hmm.
it was destined or preordained for you at some other point in time, and now they're just fulfilling the preordainment.
I'm hearing somebody say, I told you we got this. So,
There is definitely that kind of her. Don't you worry about it
mhm.
energy. Like we really got this. Janessa Nicole wants to know, will my mindset project be profitable?
I see a yes. It's a fuzzy yes, which means whenever I see a message that is fuzzy, especially a yes or no, there's a work to be done. The energy is moving in the right way. So, yes, continue on that and be direct and transparent about it.
Hmm. Okay. Carrie Ann Livingstone, what do I need to know about the guided journal I'm designing? I'm loving the process. Curious what its path looks like. Hang on. Oh, okay, that's the end of it. Curious what its path looks like. So what she's really asking about is, what does she need to know about the process that she's going through as she's
I'm
creating the guided journal meditation, or the guided journal. I'm sorry.
okay. So, there's the Russian guy, Ahsaki, that's popping in. It's saying just right. So, and what's that saying? It's going to be it's going to be evolving as you write it, and it'll be clear to you as you get into the space of writing it. Literally, with each word that you write, it comes together and it becomes clear the picture to you once you're in that mode, in that process.
I'm gonna piggyback on that and simply say it feels to me like they keep saying the journey is the journal. Like
Hmm.
as you're writing, first of all, they keep saying, before they even said that, it's channeled. So if you're looking for a path, I don't think they're going to give you one. I think this
When
is
you sit
channeled
down,
information.
yeah, when you sit
Yeah.
down, it
And
comes
when it
through.
comes out, it's just what exactly comes out. But it feels to me like they want you to enjoy that part of the process, because by the time you're midway through, you'll go, oh, let them guide you through, because it's going to be brilliant because of it. Like it'll go outside of the things that you were thinking logically. And I gather this is already what's happening based on what they're showing me. I gather you're channeling it already. And if you just let that keep flowing that way, 10, 15 days in, you'll back and go, wow, okay, I see how this is all coming together. And this makes a lot of sense for, the kind of mind that you're aiming for. I think those are the right words I'm looking for.
Hmm.
Um,
Russian guy wants an intentionally clean and clear space for you physically to write, to sit down in and write.
okay. Wow, wow, wow. Casiera Joyner, what do my ancestors need me to know regarding my marriage?
Okay. Hmm. Whew. All right. So there's an energy around this that's a little heavy. The message. Oh, this is always a tough one for me. It is not. Mm, initially, what I saw was it's over, but that choice is yours to make. Um, wow, this is. Ooh, they hit me like it's like taking the wind out of me. This. Oh.
I do get a lot of painful feeling. And I'm wanting to be delicate and yet rip the Band-Aid off at the same time because I'm hearing a lot of songs.
Mm-hmm.
And what I hear, I can't even remember who this is by. Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. You remember, this is an old school song, like way back in the day. Probably because Patty and Gladys were on verses or something. I'm not sure, but that's all I hear is like it's just too far down the road it almost feels like it's just too hard to recover from all that has transpired. I am unclear on if they mean well, you know what, I'll unlayer that and
Let's
simply
see.
say there are massive layers to what they're speaking on. In other words, it feels like one thing on top of another, and none of this feels small to me.
Mm-mm.
None of it feels like it's I just left the dishes in the sink. This is not that kind of stuff. This
No,
is
this is
much more intense.
transgressions. This is
Mhm.
transgressions.
Mhm.
And I apologize. Stuff like that, it hits very heavily in my heart space. And so, Saki, I appreciate you
Yeah, no
stepping
problem.
in on
Because I
that.
felt what you felt too. And I'm gonna put this right out there. I tend not to react as much simply because I've been doing this for a long, long time, folks. So a lot of the time I almost seem indifferent to the information. It's not that at all. It's I had to learn, and it was through my own process. I had to learn, oh, okay, the emotion's not always about them. Sometimes it's really just about me. And here's what I really mean. Rob and I are similar in this way. We both come from very long-term marriages, very close family units. So for us, you know, like I'll just give you an anecdotal one of my very first readings, I'm talking 12, 13 years ago at least, like professional reading, was a lovely little Russian girl who sat in front of me. She could not have been more than 28. And I remember feeling some kind of way as I was hearing, like, your marriage is going to break up. Like she asked, you know, she's like, what's going to happen in my marriage? And I'm like, I don't want to tell them. So I'm arguing with the guys. I'm like, I don't want to tell her that. Like, I don't want to tell her that. And finally, I just let it go. You know, I took a breath and I'm like, well, they say your marriage is not going to last. And she looks up at me as plain as day. And she's like, yeah, I kind of expected that. And I'm thinking, oh, 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 I'm like, okay, I see here. I'm like, I feel a certain kind, and it's okay because we do. I know for me, if it involves children in particular, if it involves children in health, you know, in any way, usually that's what's going to take me, you know, to those places. But I'm telling all of you that so you understand. Sometimes the information is hard even for us to palate or bring out, you know, depending on what's going on in our own personal scape. And moreover, the emotion attached to it for you. We're all empaths. So I will definitely say I felt the same thing that Rob did. Oh, wow, that's a heavy energy. That's what I would
Mm-hmm.
describe it as.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of energy there that says, no, 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 no. At
No.
a minimum, there's a pause coming, and it's going to be a long pause, which involves a lot of introspection, but at a maximum it feels to me like, again, they're back to the side. I really need to know the name of the group. It's a man and a woman, you know, like this is old R&B. I'm talking like 80s music, and I just hear too much too little too late to ever try again, and I'm thinking, okay, this feels like it has multiple layers to it. So you are already in my container. I imagine there couldn't be a better time for you to be in such a container simply because along with the intuition is going to be self-development and personal growth. So what you're going to experience is an opening where you are really hearing the voice inside going, oh, okay, I see what's really happening here. And you're going to be able to validate some of the suspicions that you've had about anything, you know what I mean? Just in general about, you know, your relationship and what you really feel. You're going to be able to really get answers on that during this process. So I'm glad you're joining us. There couldn't be a better time for you to be doing it. And P.S. I will, for anybody who is wondering, I will post the links afterwards for everything that we're talking about. I promise,
There's
including the New Moon Full Moon group.
there's a message in here from a Scott Ross. He says, "I applied for a job. Do you see me getting it?"
I did see that. Okay, go. You go right ahead. Thank you for reminding too.
I see a yes on getting this job for you, Scott Ross. So absolutely yes.
Awesome. I'm glad about that. Alicia Woods Bonner, what is my grandma Lonnie wanting to tell me? Sorry. Sorry. We know Alicia, so I couldn't help but laugh because she is pointed and woo, like
Yeah, there's a hymn that I'm hearing now. It's an older song called "Get Your House in Order." Like, yeah,
okay. That
yeah,
lines
that's
right up with what I'm getting.
like, yeah.
Alicia, all I heard was if you don't get your shit together, like if you don't knock it off, and it's not because you don't have your shit together, but you're playing right now. You're like, I don't know. Do I want to create more stress? Do I just want to get it all in order and do the thing? I know what the thing is. So go ahead
Do
and
it,
do it.
do
Stop
it.
playing. Y'all kill me. I'm telling. Come on, man. Y'all in the inner circle. I'm damn near telling y'all Armageddon is here. You're like, should I? I don't know. Should I? I'm like, okay. Okie dokie. Stop playing with me. Oh my God. Finish the job, girl. Finish the job. OMG. Y'all killing me. You are cracking me up right now. And grandma ain't, I mean, all you asked about was but I'm telling you, Lonnie ain't playing no games today.
Nah,
She's
bro.
like, if you don't go ahead and do what you, honey, by January, you'll understand why she's telling you, like, child, if you don't move on this immediately,
Mhm.
get it together, okay? We only say that with love because you in the circle, all right? Tamika Williams, hello there, darling. Appreciate you. Gio Giovanni, all good to hear, my love. That's exactly where you're supposed to be. Good to hear, good to hear. Janelle Simone, I was hoping y'all would say next week for that money. But yes, I am preparing for January to fast track everything for me. Perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. Carol Crispel, okay, she says the relationship between her son and the girlfriend that she was asking, are they going to move in together? It's been a rocky relationship. So
Yeah,
thank
no,
you for validating that,
no.
because I didn't see this until just now. So that really kind of validates what we were picking up on. So I appreciate the feedback on that. Jennifer, right. Oh, when will I get my house? That's a follow-up question we can probably answer pretty quick.
Jennifer, when will she get her house?
That's what she's asking.
Hmm. I'm seeing a time frame from like January to March.
I hear March straight up. So there you go. That's your range. And usually when you get a range, especially I find on real estate, remember there's a whole process to real estate. You got to find the house and you get the financing. You know what I mean? There's layers to it. So it's usually a 60-day minimum process. And I think that's always why I'm seeing the range, even though, you know what I mean? Or Rob is seeing the range and I'm seeing the date, but that's the closeout of it. Yeah. So you're looking at January.
Hmm.
Lindsay. Danny's laughing. Lindsay, you know what? I never put the names up there, do I? I don't know why. But wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Now we have names too. Oh, wait for it. Lindsay Lay. Sorry, I just caught it. I'm like, oh right, we are just two little black people on screen. They don't know who the hell we are. I'm joking. Y'all know who we are.
Angela Marie, hello, Angela Marie. Hey, how are you?
Angela, our Angela from.
I'm not sure it's the same Angela. Nah.
Okay, ask her. Yeah, Angela. Is that? Yes, it is. I can see her face. Now maybe it's not the same one. I'm not sure.
Hey, I know
I
Angela.
can tell better on my screen.
Yeah,
I'm like, because I can't see, like, these are the tiniest little pictures, or maybe I'm just getting
yeah.
old. Don't repeat that, y'all. Y'all know not to tell me I'm getting old. Y'all know better. Anyway, Lindsay Lay, does my 9-year-old son? Oh, you guys give me the best question. Thank you. Does my 9-year-old son truly have the gift of seeing spirits? I'll let you take
Yes,
that, Rob. I'm just saying.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You,
Yes,
Lindsay,
I
if you
forget
don't have resources.
immediately.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
No,
cut you off.
no. Oh no, 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 no. Go ahead, go ahead. You go.
If you are this is something, reach out to me behind the scenes, reach out to me on Messenger. For anybody who is having the experience of their children developing gifts, whether it's psychic, whether they move in the crib, you can, number one, you may see a lot more of this
Hmm.
in the coming months and into the new year. Number two, you're gonna want to get real intuitive so you can work with your children, because otherwise it's kind of like parenting Beethoven. You feel me? Like your kids are moving to a whole different level of intelligence, and it's divine intelligence. You'd want to be tracking with them on that. I don't mean that to sound like the scary monster, but if you want to be a prepared parent, guess what? Intuition is an absolute role, plays a role in that parenting process, as well as helping them develop. That's it. Again, these are one of those things, it just can't be refuted anymore. We are here at this point in history where this is now necessary in order to continue moving forward. It is what it is, folks. But Lindsay, please hit me up. If I can be helpful there, then I certainly will be as best I can. Danny Foss, thanks. Right now I'm doing both, and I'm going to keep doing both since energy healing is going forward fast now. Energy healing is going to keep going fast
Yes.
in the medical industry, in the field of psychology, in a lot of rehabilitation processes, in particular for veterans. You're going to see us show up everywhere. The intuition people, the psychic teachers, the healers, especially if you are a Reiki practitioner or something that's a formalized process, we're going to get called all the time because we are now in the era where science and the holistic converge. This is a great time to be alive, folks. We want all our Western medicine to converge with all of this Eastern and African and Latin medicine, because the bottom line is this original medicine that we used to use is what is of the earth.
Mhm.
It's what actually cured diseases. We're not doing so good at curing the diseases now. So there's a convergence necessary so that we're doing what's more intelligent for the body, for the mind, for the spirit, right? Okay, this is a good time to be alive, folks, to watch this convergence occur. Oh, you're so welcome, Zylena. Hi, I saw your message pop up, but I can't do Messenger when I'm on. Otherwise, this whole thing will freeze and we'll just be here like ribbit, like crickets, just looking really crazy. And I'm so glad to see you. I haven't talked to you in so long. Ahsaki Baptist, nothing tickles me more than saying my own name on camera. It's my Leo rising, y'all. I can't help it. Asaki wants to know. Yes, I'm very serious. Yes, there's another Asaki in the feed. She's my friend on Facebook. She wants to know, will I ever marry and have children? See, I hate it when she does this because she's come in before and she'd be asking questions about relationships, and I'm like, why? I feel like it's always for me and her at the same time. Like, shh, knock it off now. No, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
So will other Asaki ever get married and have children? Let's take the first part of that.
Matrix.
There is a yes on getting married. Children, it's a yes and no. The
Exactly.
overall is yes and no. You need to decide whether you want this or not. Whether you want the marriage and the kids, or you want just the marriage, or you got to get clear on what you want, because you're pushing your timeline. All I see is like a slinky going downstairs, and it's just rolling and 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 rolling. So you need to get clear about what it is that you want. If the marriage is what you want, then be sure about that, because you're pushing your timeline every single time you shift it. I'm hearing twice daily. You're shifting it. So so
Me
yes.
too.
So
Me
yes,
too.
if you want those things, you can absolutely have them. They are absolutely possible for you if that is what you want.
I literally heard almost what Rob said verbatim. The only thing I'm gonna put emphasis on, and it's just repetitive, is he said over and over again, do you want the marriage and do you want the children? They're two separate questions. Number one, because I got right now, she wants the
Yeah,
marriage.
not so sure
He's
about the
like,
children.
yeah, about the kids. Like,
Yeah.
you could go there, you could not go there. So just consider that as you're moving forward. Like, okay, is this actually the thing that I want? I get overall it's actually a yes, but it may take you longer to figure that part out. And forget about, oh yeah, this is definitely for all of us. They said forget about timelines. It's a misnomer. Think about what's happening with time and space right now. Time is collapsing. period. The dimensions are collapsing. This notion of time, and you know how we put God on the clock and we're like 7 day theory, and we all think it was like New York Eastern Standard Time. Really kind of nuts if you think about it, but you know what I mean. We our concept of time is about to get shattered altogether. So let go of the idea that there's some book of rules that specifically contains you in it. You don't have those rules.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Hey, you don't have those rules. Straight up, no chaser. That's literally what they're saying. You don't have those rules. So don't let other people decide for you what doesn't necessarily apply to your life.
Absolutely.
Um, oh, Geo. Geo says, I've been calling meetings with my angels. Do they have a message for me?
I'm hearing yes, you are supported. That's what I see in big bold letters. You are supported.
Oh, okay. Janessa Nicole says, I've been seeing the numbers 333 a lot. Is that a message from my guides?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
how that works. Yeah.
Hmm.
That is exactly how that. Oh, yes. Yeah, Carrie Ann, you know how we feel about that little Russian man. Do it. Don't be a big baby. Do it. So, just some context, folks. Rob mentioned a few minutes ago, he says, oh, it's the Russian guy. This dude I've been channeling for about a decade. As a matter of fact, the first time I channeled him, I was actually at a friend's house in Atlanta. Her name is Joy. And the way he shows up to me is like he's always kind of punking me, and he makes me do like guided meditations without any script or anything. So this is how I got into like deep into guided meditation. But he's always like, don't be a big baby. Just get out there and do it. Channel it. I'm like, all right, tough guy. Get out of my ear. How about that? Like, you get the hell out of my ear. He's very
Hmm.
humorous. He means well all the time, but he's kind of a tough guy with me. So I find him kind of humorous though. So to answer your question, yeah. You're definitely seeing signs from your spirit guides without question. That 333 is a big one.
Wow.
It usually also means that there is a sign that really God is present. You know, it's likened to Christ consciousness, which is really about, you know, love, eternal, external,
Hmm.
ongoing love. Lorraine Beato, hello, my love. I feel like I'm on the brink of breaking the glass ceiling that I've been hitting. How soon will that happen?
Ooh, I see December. December. It's coming quick.
I hear
And
something the same. It's about 6 weeks after, but I same like
yeah,
now.
but
You're already building towards it.
it's not a bad thing. It's okay. Now time to skyrocket where there isn't a limit on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fully agreed. Fully agreed. Yeah, you're coming into. They're saying you're coming into your due. I certainly know how long you've, you know, put in your time on this.
Hmm.
It's about to pay off. And this is, I think this is the third time we're verifying that for you in like the last month. So that means something as well. Anytime you keep hearing repetitive information like that, that means you're really manifesting it and it's
Hmm.
solid. So
Hmm.
so consider that, Lorraine. Good job, by the way. Nelda Bailey. Oh, and Carrie Ann says, "Yep, it's coming, and my clients testing it are loving it." I want to be tested. How come I'm not a guinea pig? What happened there? I'm just kidding, but you totally know you're getting the message. Why wasn't I a guinea pig? I want to be in everything, y'all. I'm just one of those people. I'm nosy and I'm like a little kid. I just want to be included. Anywho, Nelda Bailey wants to know. She says, "Hi, Rob and Ahsaki. For my altar, is it supposed to be a butterfly, a
Honey,
hummingbird,
honey on the altar. You need honey.
honey? Oh, honey on the altar. So honey, as in, you know, the bee stuff.
Hmm.
That's really interesting. So all right, I'm gonna leave that just the way it is because they give
Okay.
you a very sharp answer. Yep, I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave that be.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Orishas, but Oshun is most definitely present,
Mm,
and Oshun loves honey. Place
mm.
honey on your altar. Um, Make sure when you place it on your altar, you dip your finger in it and taste it first before you present it to her on your altar. But absolutely.
Ah, thank you. Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams. I should have remembered that because I used to sing Denise Williams all the time when I was a kid. Oh, yeah, too much, too little, too late. Remember, I kept saying, what is the name that who sings that song? It's John. Oh, thank you, Nelda. You're so smart. I just love you. Jay Sims wants to know, will I get my new home? If so, when? And should I stop stressing about it?
Will Jason get his new home? The answer is yes. You're toying with this idea because I'm showing two different dates, either June or July. So yes, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. And somebody's saying, "I told you, we're gonna give it to you." So your folks have got your back on this thing, and yes, you will get your home.
Okay. Beautiful. Karen Wheeler, hello. Michelle Jones, hello, 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 my love. Michelle Charlebois wants to know, do you see my child's changes with hormones? Do you know what that means? Because I know you guys talk, so
Hmm.
I'm
Yes.
not sure exactly. Okay, go. Then you go right ahead.
Yes, I'm also seeing an ebb and flow. So there is a, in the process, it is a ramp up and then flows back down to normalize things. Ramp up, slows back down to normalize things. That will always be an ebb and flow process
Okay.
with that. So yes.
Okay. Thank you for that. Because I wasn't, I kept, I'm wording this question wrong in my brains. I was already coming up blank. Um, Jay's, oh no, just answer that one. Sorry. Brendan Mulcahy, do, oh, okay. So he's saying his friend Michael passed away in 2006. Does he have anything to say?
Bro, I never left you. I heard it before when, because I saw the question earlier.
Hmm.
Uh, right there beside you. Uh,
Wow. Okay.
I'm hearing him say, think of it this way: when you think of me, I'm right there. Um,
Oh, feels like Mufasa. I love it.
hmm hmm very much so that. Um, it feels like he wants to help you on your journey of sorts. Um, and I'm hearing uncover some things. So there may be some on your path. He's going to be of assistance with you on your path, um, and you'll know it's him.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I actually get something very similar. Like he's there to assist you now, very
Hmm.
specifically in this part of the journey. And I get the leaving Ireland going back to, so there's a tie-in there where I feel like he's very much on that part of the journey with you, wants to show you what's possible are the words that I'm hearing. Oh, well, that's freaking awesome. Yay! That's really good. Cassietta, just to give you some feedback, Rob. It says, thank you. I was hoping we could salvage the relationship. This is the second time we've been married. So there's a bunch of layers there that dictated that the relationship is coming to a
There is a
close.
loud yelling. It is time to let go. Time
I
to
do
go.
feel like it takes so much out of you.
Yeah.
Man, whew, just a lot happening there. Karen Wheeler. How soon will I be closing on my new home? Why do I feel like we answered this, but we didn't?
I felt like we answered that one.
I think it was somebody else's house, but I'm like, boy, it feels the same or similar.
How soon Karen Wheeler close on her new house? I'm seeing 60 and 90, so that's either 60 or 90 days.
At the end of the year. That's exactly what I'm getting again. So there must be some. Oh, maybe the banks have all just. Okay, don't start a shock. Anyway, um, Issa Goddess, hello. Shay Chambers, hello, hello. Renee Wood. Renee Wood is literally my first childhood friend. I'm not kidding. We learned to walk together and ride tricycles back in upstate New York. So I'm always excited when I see people who go from way back. Ray McLeod, good to see you. Lorraine, you got that right, honey. It's been a long time coming and you have earned every part of it. So enjoy, bask in the glory of what's coming for you because it's good. It's very good. Okay, and I think we got to Justin's question. I'm certain we did because we saw it in the other feed. So awesome, awesome. Cavella, hello, my love. Cavella is also in the container. At long last, we're going to expand that third eye. I'm very excited about that. So she asks, hi, if I ask Christopher to help with house stuff, mount the TV, put new locks on the doors, and ring unit on the backlight, will
Yes.
he do it?
Yes. Yes, I hear yes immediately. Yes.
So I'm going to ask a follow up question then. And is he looking for a lot of money to do it?
I see no.
Yeah, I almost feel like there's some sense of obligation there.
Yeah, it's like if you provide him, ask him, and then provide him with the instruction, he goes and he does it.
Okay. Toby Clark. Oh, I like this question. What do I need to know to live my best?
I hear a resounding, and it's quite a few people trust us, which means you need to, if you have not already, now is the time that you need to develop a relationship with your guides, with your whole spirit tribe, and including your ancestors as well. It's a whole multitude of folks, I feel like, right behind me here.
Yep.
Um, Now is the time for you to do that. If you're not familiar with the Saki's container she has coming up, you would want to take a look at that because it gives you the very solid foundation that you need to develop in that relationship with them. But yeah, they're saying trust us. So it's a whole lot
Oh,
relying on that relationship because they're here, they're ready for you. Um, and they just want you to trust them.
nice. Beautiful. Jay Sims. Okay. My son has gifts. He's 13. His name is Malik. How can I help him with this gift, with his gifts?
Give him space to talk about what it is he's experiencing
Without judgment.
without judgment. Yeah, I heard that.
'Cause
Um,
it's tough sometimes.
mhm,
And that's a natural byproduct, by the way, Jay. It's not like you're doing anything wrong when you instantly go, "Oh, I want to judge that." It's actually your protection sense
mhm,
popping up. That's very normal, especially when you're dealing with kids that age, because they are limitless and they think like limitless, and all you think is, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I need you not to get in trouble," or "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I need you not to do this in front of police," or "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't do that at school." So you're going into protection mode a lot of the time. Let him talk with reckless abandon first and then kind of decipher between the parenting parts, if that
mhm.
makes sense.
But I'm also hearing there's a lady that's being very persnickety here, but I get what she's saying. He got it from you, so what do you think he got it from? So it should not surprise you at all that he has these gifts because you have them as well.
Mm-hmm. I keep hearing, got it honest, got it honest. That means it's a family trait. Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like a parakeet is yelling in my ear, like, got it honest. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, smarty pants. Um, Cece wants to know anything the ancestors want me to know regarding my marriage.
I'm hearing slow. Take things slow.
Huh. It's exactly what I told her a couple nights ago.
Take things slow. There is a Okay, so I've got a guide that is she's something, but something else. But she's saying there's a sweetness in the journey that is not taken by the rabbit, and what that means comes out to mean is that steady as she goes, bask in what is going on in the moment, and enjoy the sweetness of the moment, and not so much about what's gonna happen down the road because as you let it flow naturally, all the things come into play and fall into place.
Yep.
There's also something else here. And have patience with your spouse, please. Please have patience with your spouse. Not gonna always
It,
get it like that, like right away. Um, hell, you can get half the time. That's what I just heard, and that's okay. um,
I love it. I love it.
because you are the exact match for your spouse. Just exercise patience with your spouse because you're both traveling down this road together. And so it's best that you do things as teammates rather than opponents.
She posts. I'm reading the feed. It says I roll like, so Cece, you would call me saying, don't jump right away. Like, think about everything that you're good, just that part. And that's really what Rob's really saying. It's saying the exact same thing. Just pace yourself. Don't make a hasty decision that later on you're going, no, no, that wasn't it. I was just, remember, first of all, there's like 7 planets retrograde. So when we make decisions in these moments, especially when Mars, the planet of action, is like, you just want to get into a fight anyway. Sometimes that is not a decision that you may look at that decision later on and go, okay, I might have acted a little fast, and I just don't want to be, I don't want you to get ahead of yourself because I feel like as soon as you do, you may have to pull it back. Oh, okay, you just said it all. That's the Aries in you. Yep. I'm getting very familiar in my it's so interesting. Like at a certain point in my life, all the Aries showed up. Carrion is a in Aries. There's a bunch of Aries that have shown up in my life, and you're so right. It's like you're a plant, you're an action sign, but at the same time, slow down on this action because this action could be may not give you the outcome that you're looking for, at least not right away. So just make sure you're thinking about it and going, all right, let me make sure this is what I actually want to do.
Hmm.
Nelda wants to know, did she miss anything else for her altar?
I heard this earlier. If you do not have a cross, place a cross on your altar to anchor the energy there.
Mm.
Ma-
Kari Cole. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Make sure you're adding your water um, to be changed weekly. Fresh flowers, nothing, never anything dead. So if you get fresh flowers, put them on there. Make sure you change those.
Okay.
Yep. And when it comes to your ancestors, use a white candle.
Nice. Okay. Um, Kari Cole says, "Hello, I'm going to Sedona next week for the first time. Any special messages that is oh, sorry, the feed moved. That is most important for me to focus on while there. Self, career, relationship, etc. Like, is there anything she should be pointing her focus to
Focus on
while she's in
self.
Sedona?" Okay.
Balancing self immediately. Focus on self.
Yep. I get they say self because from that is where everything else is going to
Hmm.
be okay anyway. So
Hmm.
once you focus on the self, the rest of the answers come in about the relationships, about money, about career in general.
There's a point
Lorraine,
of
yeah.
clarity she gets after leaving Sedona. She gets it when she's there.
Yep.
It's about herself, and that point of clarity springboards her into the rest of her life and the best path forward.
Nice. Okay. Cassietta Joyner wants to know, should I do something with the music?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to make this the last question. Lorraine is asking for Rui. Rui is her husband.
Hmm.
Rui has a question. What does the future show in terms of a job? You know, he lost his job. He lost his new job with COVID. So he's not sure what he wants to do and would love some direction.
It feels like Rui becomes an entrepreneur himself in this. And I'm also hearing Rui wants life on his own terms.
I find this so interesting because you don't know them. Now, Lorraine and I go way back, and I read for the entire family. And I'm going to tell you, Lorraine, I don't know if no, I did say this before. Everybody is going to be in, you're all going to work together. You, Rui, the kids are going to play a role. Both the kids are going to play a role in your family business because it's going to explode that fast. And frankly, what you have to offer them is more than what they would find in the job market. I hope that makes sense to you, but that's just the era we're headed into. It's going to be all about family first and this big family business that you're building. It's going to look pretty good on paper, I got to tell you. I feel like you're going to like working with and for your family and building, you know what I mean, for your family exclusively. So Rui's coming on board. I'm talking January. This is very soon. And it's right after you, like, it's almost like you have too much volume to handle. You need help
Hmm.
right away. And it's going to be your husband and your kids who step in. They're also going
Yeah.
to be the people you trust the most.
I'm also seeing like a big, huge like waterfall, which symbolizes the overflow and the abundance
Yep.
coming in. So y'all are gonna be just fine. He is going to be just fine. He'll be much happier.
I
You'll,
get that across the board for the whole
yeah,
family.
yeah.
Because Alex is thrilled to be involved. And even Cassie is, she comes on last. But there is a role she will play in the family business. I don't know that will be all she does because she has a passion, but I get she's very involved in the family business. So this is going to be a family affair. They're playing. They do music with me now. It's like a whole Ally McBeal show. So they're playing "It's a Family Affair." Nelda, I'm gonna need you to look that one up too. For "It's a Family Affair," you know what I'm talking about. That song. I'm like, I don't know why they're going pure old school on me today, but I'm enjoying it. Last question, Frida P.
Yes.
Huberta. Anything my ancestors want me to know about my gifts, about any gifts that I have. Excuse me.
So here's the thing: the memories of your past are rooted into the intuition that is being developed now. So there's a whole unlocking that comes in of that which you're seeking based upon what you're getting right now. And I don't know if you've got space in your home yet for them. Now is the time.
Oh,
And
all right.
yeah, and Oya is stepping in and saying, "I'll move you where you need to go." So keep that in mind as well.
Okay. All right. Magnifico. All right, we're going to conclude there, ladies and gents. I have mentioned several things are coming up. Number one, we have Carrie Ann Livingstone hosting the Kai Academy membership New Moon Circle on Thursday night. Again, open to everyone. If you're receiving emails from me, then you're already going to get the information. If you are not, I will post the link as soon as we're done. I love you too, Lorraine. And I'm so glad for what's coming for you, honey. You've worked for it for a very long time, and I know you've had ups and downs, but this is a testimony to if you keep going, the big wheel's always coming. It's always on the way. You just got to sometimes work through all the sluff, and your payoff is going to be so tremendous. And I'm so excited for you, just to see that that's coming. 33 Days to Intuition is a 33 wink wink day container between fall solstice, September 21st, so starting very soon, and ending on, wait for it, Halloween, because again, I just like things that give you a little surge to your life. Come on now. Halloween's a full moon. Don't you want to be all psychicked up by then? That is going to be so much fun. We will not be able to contain ourselves. Anywho, if this is the point in your life where you know intuition is where you need to be, intuition is what you need to be growing and or expanding, then this container is absolutely for you. I will post the links for that as well as soon as we conclude here. And I'll also post a link for my new moon, full moon group. It is a free group on Facebook where you can see a lot of the replays from the moon ceremonies because we've had some doozies, some really good guided meditations in each one. So, Roberto, thank you very much as always. We may surprise you tomorrow night and hop on, but I can guarantee we'll be on Thursday. And I will put the post out today so that everybody can share them and make the whole planet aware. What? We're answering psychic questions. Lots and lots of fun here. Rob, any concluding thoughts, sir?
No, ma'am. This was fun. I enjoyed each one of you. Continue to stay rooted in your intuition and continue living and loving from your heart,
Ooh,
please.
beautiful message. That is a conclusion. Ashe. All right, ladies and gents. You already know lots is coming. The fall solstice is upon us. There's been no more important time in history than right now to develop your third eye, your intuition. It is critical mass, ladies and gentlemen. You're just going to need to trust me on that without all the hokey bear conversation about why. Y'all already know why. Look out your window, turn on the news. You're going to need your intuition to move through this phase. Just trust me, folks. I wouldn't lie to you about such things. I never lied to you about anything else. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful afternoon. Happy Tuesday. For my 9 to 5ers, especially, be good for all my homeschool folks. I feel like I have to give y'all a special shout out every single time. Namaste. I know the God in me really sees the God in you. I get it, y'all. I get it, y'all.
Yes,
Take
indeed.
care, everyone. Much love.